Yeah, that one. Really? Tell him to stop looking like the Warrior. He's a punk. Then I am very fond of Demolition. Demolition was the first tag team I was really into. Tag team wrestling is actually why I think perhaps my favorite form of wrestling, both to watch, to commentate, and to manage in.
Interesting. Yeah, I will say I think that's what the product was missing for a bunch of years. Is, you know, during the late 80s to the 90s, I was like, you had all those great tag teams, you know, the Demolition, the LOD, the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, and all that. And then you morphed into, you know, kind of the mid 90s there into the Attitude Era. And, you know, while everybody was tuning in for Austin, Rock, Taker, all those guys, you still had the Dudleys, you had the Hardys, you had Edge and Christian. You
had those. You had the Dudleys a little later on.
Right.
You had Edge and Christian a little bit towards, but I mean, there was this stint where it was like your tag team choices were, what was it? The New Age Outlaws.
Yep.
And
I was getting
a
them.
bunch of guys that you kind of feel are scrubs.
Yeah. And it was just interesting, you know, how they mold them together. But then after kind of that wave of guys, you know, kind of, thanks. After all those guys kind of had wiped out, in the 2000s, there was no tag team wrestling in the WWE. And I was so disappointed because I tuned in for that. So
Absolutely.
It's kind of, you know, good that around the rest of the world now, I don't know that.
Yeah, WWE has been very strange about tag teams still. See, during the 90s, part of the problem was that it was budget. It was budgetary.
That's what I heard. I heard Vince doesn't like to pay 4 guys to do the job of 2, which I could see the economics of that. But it also creates more variety for your card.
You're an intro video.
Yeah, intro video base. Cool.
Your 2 minutes. Shut your mouth. Shave your face.
Dude, are you still dating that girl? Which one? Both of them? I remember like around Halloween you were still dating that girl. I don't know. Yeah, I thought you broke up with one of them and you were gonna keep it. Wasn't she gonna be like a doctor or something like that? Is that the one? You still living with the cute little girl that you live with? Is it Allison? She was real nice. Not so much anymore. Cool, so Keith will come out, we'll wait for the first match, I'll intro us, and we'll get to it. All right. Any accolades you let me put on there for you? I always, you know, promote your Rabbit Empire. What kind of intro can I give you?
Part of me wants to say the owner of ETCW, because that's what I am in gimmick.
Right.
But I don't know that anybody here would care about, or anybody, you know. I will say that commentating helped me with booking the next night.
Ah, well, that's good.
That is inaccurate.
I would say, why didn't we pull that? No worries. That would be a fun one to call.
Arlington, Texas. Really? It's been 6 months. Arlington, Texas. How are you doing? How are you doing? Don't call it a comeback. We've been here since 2014. What up? What up? What up? I hope you're enjoying your nachos. We're gonna do that. All right, cool. There we go. What's up, buddy? You guys doing good? Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Bam, there we go. I get bugs, the pretty ladies. And all the pretty ladies stand up. All right, who's ready to watch some wrestling tonight? Sorry, I almost swore that.
At least we know he's not in
So
his
you guys
cups
are ready
yet.
to watch wrestling, but you're all sitting on your asses. Stand up. All right, let's get a VIP chant going. It's been 6 months. I need to hear it. The VIP chant. Come on. Come on. VIP. Sounds so good. It's been so long. All right. All right. We all know the rules, so I'm not even going to go over them. Just don't say too sweet. Sorry for you. If you do, you might get kicked out. All right. I don't like to start these shows talking. Do you guys? If we did that, we would just go watch our DVR of Monday Night Raw from a year and a half ago because it takes us that long to get through them, right? All right. So, who's ready for your opening contest? Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is a student versus teacher match. It is scheduled for one fall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you in live for VIP Wrestling as we present Don't Call It a Comeback, Do Not Call It a Comeback. I am Ricky Hustle. I am co-hosting this evening. We welcome Nigel Rabbit, of course, the leader of the Rabbit Empire. Great to have you. How are you this evening?
I'm doing quite well, Ricky. Here we are. Don't Call It a Comeback live from Wakanda, copyright notwithstanding. And here we are looking at a student versus teacher match. Lou Gotti Starrett, the teacher, and in the ring, one of the most frightening and impressive human beings I have had the pleasure of ever knowing, Mr. Michael Tarver, recently off of a tour of India with myself, and he had a lot of interesting things to say and show the fans.
Interesting indeed should be this. Trained many years ago, back in Ohio. So many of the greats coming from there. Lou Gotti taking him under his wing. And tonight, Tarver looking to clip the wings of Lou Gotti.
Lou Gotti not terribly fond of what these fans have to say about him.
Lou has made a career of not listening to these fans and been very successful to this point. Meanwhile, successful in that headlock, keeping that good grip going. Tarver pushes him off. Big shoulder.
Look at the power behind Michael Tarver. I mean, he just set and fired, and that catapulted his teacher, Lou Gotti Starrett, right out of the ring. And Michael Tarver calling for a Romper Man chant.
Tarver looking to become the Romper Stomper here this evening. Lockup ensues. Taking that wrist now. Gotti. Got him. Tarver reverses for all the power, so technically sound. The American Gangster had taught him well.
Not just technically sound, but as you mentioned, very powerful. Following him on social media, you can see amazing feats. Oh, once again with that vicious shoulder block, and again, the power behind it. Lou Gotti Starrett has to take about it.
Indeed. Tarver, always so impressive. And he was actually on the very first season of NXT, before NXT is what it currently is. And it's new incarnation. He was on the very first season of it.
Absolutely, and later a part of that group called the Nexus. A very powerful group of individuals who went on to great things. Mr. Tarver himself has traveled the world on the strength of his ability in the ring, something that his teacher, Lou Gotti Starrett, should no doubt be proud of.
Indeed. Tonight he looks to dethrone the American Gangster. And Gotti doing some chain wrestling of his own. Locking in that hammerlock now. Tarver doing it. If you would have told me tonight I would have seen Tarver, even though he is so technically sound, get into some of this chain wrestling, I would have called you a liar. I thought he was just going to stay on Gotti with those muscles. So powerful.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that is really refreshing about a talent like Michael Tarver. He is incredibly powerful, but he is immeasurably sound technically in the ring.
Gotti trying to chop him down now, the much larger Tarver. Hurt himself running into. It's like Wolo trying to run through that wall. That brick wall. Brick wall might be easier for run through the Tarver, perhaps.
Warns him. Oh, look at that vicious clothesline. Takes the head almost completely off of Lou Gotti Starrett.
Almost knocked him right out of his romper there.
Michael Tarver stalking his victim as he approaches. Lou Gotti Starrett showing that the teacher is still the wiser as he ducks out, getting himself a little bit of a breather.
Speaking of the teacher, he has Nick Knox, one of his proteges, along with certified G partner, Big Said. Nick Knox being in his corner might be big for him tonight, and that right now.
That's not the wisest thing to do. It's important to insist upon respect on your students. Oh!
And that clothesline, when you say Michael Tarver's name, you better put some respect on it.
Ooh. Look at the expression on the face of Lou Gotti staring. Michael Tarver tried to take his head off, and Lou knows it.
Now it's going to be power. Now I think he transitions. He's been all technicality.
Poor Nick Knox.
Oh.
He didn't.
If you want to have a career, Nick, get out of here now. Not a wise man to talk back to. Gotti, what did I say? I thought Knox would be big for him, and perhaps helping Gotti turn the tide now.
Well, it certainly was wise to utilize his newer student to distract the older one. But
the larger one.
The much larger one. But I'm going to say that only so much can be accomplished by weakening that powerful right arm, because the rest of the man is still incredibly powerful.
And speaking of incredibly powerful, Gotti quite strong himself now, cranking in that submission. I'm loving what has become a technical masterpiece thus far. Fun fact about Tarver, you know who his very first win on NXT was against?
I do not. Who?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel
Or
Bryan.
the former Bryan Danielson. That is an impressive way to start your career.
Absolutely.
Looking to get another big win here tonight.
Series of knees to the head, freeing Michael Tarver as he's taking a moment to try and get some feeling back into the arm.
Both men reeling in the corner. Who's going to get the better end of it?
Ooh.
Answer Tarver, just moved out of the way. Gotti is a world of pain.
Tarver going for that shot to the back of the head. Unfortunately, looks like the damage has been done.
Big strike. Using that shit. Gotti asking who sucks now. The fans will oblige, still you, but impressive. Tarver plants him in the turnbuckle now.
And one of the things, if you've disabled a man's arm, you have to remember he still has another one.
Yeah.
Tarver shaking the cobwebs loose.
One of those biceps are probably bigger than my whole leg. So yeah, one arm Tarver.
Yeah, one arm Tarver is a frightening thing.
Ooh, jawbreaker. All right, Gotti looking to fly now. Here he comes.
Oh!
Plays it with that leg. Cover. Could be. Yeah. Oh! Tarver just escaped.
Michael Tarver taking that leg lariat from the top by Lou Gotti. Lou thought he had it, even arguing with our official, Will Arata.
Gotti incredulous. Cannot believe it. Oh man, this is not gonna be.
And now the disrespect. See, this is not something that you want. You never want to poke the bear. You never want to anger a wounded animal.
And that's why.
Oh!
Overhead suplex.
Almost on top of his head. Lou Gotti just barely landing on his back. And this crowd is definitely behind Michael Tarver as the big man from Akron, Ohio, works to his feet.
From Akron, very well said. Another greatness, another great athlete hailing from Akron, LeBron James. And tonight, Tarver trying to LeBron it up in the ring. Gotti out of it. He needs to do something big real quick here. Just gets that leg up. Enziguri, an equalizer.
That enziguri may have been what Lou Gotti needed to get the momentum shifted in his direction. But it looks like he is worrying too much about the fans. And capture suplex up and over.
And the end may be very near for Sterry. He's pumping him up. Here he comes. Gotti just got underneath him there. Backs him off. Ooh, flying knee executed to perfection.
Beautiful shot, and again with a super kick. but he has just managed to daze his competitor. Oh!
Well, the German suplex with all the momentum as he came off the rope. Got him. Looking to put him away now, perhaps.
Look at the mental wherewithal of Michael Tarver. Even after that vicious, vicious German suplex, manages to roll to the far corner.
And he's waiting for him. Oh, no. Just caught him with that strike off the top rope. Both men down.
Lugani looks like he caught the worst.
Tarver. Got him.
And it was a Superman punch off of a leap from the top that got the win for Michael Tarver.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, Monster Tarver.
We'll talk. You're good. We'll talk later. You're good.
Something. It's wrong with this picture.
What's wrong with that picture?
First of all, whoever said Roman Reigns, I'm not out there slapping the rest of the team out of me. That Superman punch came from me. Second of all, Lou, I've known you for 14 years. 14 years. You've been on the road. I had one of my first matches with you. You teach me how to lock up before we even get in the ring. 14 years when I got locked up. What happened? I went as far as I could go until I realized I can't do it alone. So who better than to come to than the one who taught you? You can be better than this. You don't suck. As a matter of fact, one of the best wrestlers ever locked up with. People can say whatever they want to say about the work rate of Michael Tarver, but I've locked up with everybody that you have ever looked up to since you first started wrestling. I've locked up with. So I can't get out there. So right now, I'm asking you, teacher, turn around. Let's do what we meant to do 14 years ago. When I started as a young, green Bill Goldberg mark. Let's do this right. There's something serious going on here. You see what's wrong with this industry, right? Our careers matter. Let's show them what the truth really is.
Right here.
What the, Lou?
I don't know about you, Ricky Hustle, but
So real superstars come out here, and you're waiting for a serious main event.
as I was saying, don't know about you, Ricky Hustle, but if Michael Tarver said, let's change the future, and extended his hand to me, I'd be shaking it instantly. Amazing what Pride will do.
Indeed, Nigel. He changed the game with the Nexus. Gotti changed the game with the DFW All-Pro. I would have thought there'd been more respect between them.
That's going to be quite cold yourself there, aren't you? All right, I am going to say one rule. I let it slide with the first match. No video, phone video, no motion photography, anything like that. If I do see you using that, or security sees you, they're going to ask you to put your phones down. You can take still pictures, but if you're holding your camera up for an extended period of time, you're obviously taking a video. We're not as dumb as we look or sound, so please no videos. But stand back up, because these four men you're going to see in this next match deserve it. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a fatal four-way for the DFW All-Pro Championship. And it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from right here in Smackdown, weighing in at 268 pounds, the exception, Xavier
Jay Ace had one rule, and it was nobody touched the hair. And Xavier Daniels immediately breaking that rule.
Seems
And
a little foolish, don't you think, to immediately start with, ooh, don't do this. I mean,
speaking of foolish, now he has his sights set on the King of Fools. Hammering away, X-Daddy attempting to clear the ring. Catches Anthos. Ooh, plants him. And the King of Chill, meanwhile, comes back in. And eats a modified spine buster there. Ace focusing on his Hawk. Taking X-Daddy out of the ring now. Super kick. And they look like they were both going to die outside. The King of Chill.
See, now that's why I like CJ Ward. He knows exactly what he needs to do to make sure that he takes care of number one. Number one being the King of Chill.
Him and Ace forging a temporary alliance, perhaps. And here comes the light heavyweight champion outside now. Anthos, meanwhile, in the ring. Ooh, clothesline delivered. Followed up with an arm drag and a second one. He always does them in pairs. And again, that is why he's the DFW All-Pro champion. This match made by the DFW All-Pros, John Kaywood. I should say so many words to describe Kaywood making this matchup, making Anthos defend that belt against three other very worthy young up-and-comers in the area. Anthos outside. Oh! Over the top, very dangerous, but very effective. Daniels down, Ace cleared out. Ward woozy. Ooh! Anthos spotted him. Coming to the ring, rolling off his back. Schoolboy. Not unclubbing him, and looking to put that arm as far back behind Ward's body as he can. Ace breaking it up now.
This is one thing that the DFW All-Pro champion really has to pay attention to when he's in a match of this kind. He can't focus on just one competitor. He can't just lock in a submission and hope that that's what he needs to do, or hope that's all that he can do.
Here comes Ace. Oh. He gets
a disrespect from the light heavyweight champion too.
He gets me every time with that.
Ooh. Beautiful seated clothesline. Kick to the back of the head. Meanwhile, X-Daddy is pummeling CJ Ward on the outside.
And Ace being assisted by the official Bones. Uh-oh, Daniels. Ooh! Hits that repost. Anthos landed the move. Ward says, chill out, man.
I think he just pulled the leg. I don't think actually anything was said. There didn't seem to be any discussion.
Oh, meanwhile, having a discussion there on the ropes with the referee.
CJ Ward very, very interested in claiming that DFW All-Pro Championship. We saw him just, 2 weeks ago, go up against Brian Athos in a knockdown, drag-out fight. King of Chill trying to wrench that title from the King of Fools' hands. And now the two best builds in the ring squaring off. It's not always best to try to match X-Daddy power for power. It's always best to outsmart him.
And he's not going to be outsmarting anybody right now. Oh, Daniels using him as a battering ram.
Can't feel good if you're CJ Ward.
Well, he's just chilling.
That does not look like chill. That looks kind of like close to unconscious.
Oh my goodness. Daniels, you said one of the two best builds. I think he's all four of the best builds. He's thicker than all three competitors side by side. I don't know how many chicken and turkey breasts he eats a day, but it's got to be at least 10. Oh, a perfect 10 of a German suplex landed now. Ward.
Now see, and that, even with the Ward's impressive physical stature, the one, beautiful German suplex by Xavier. And looks like, oh, no, maybe another. No, the champion has that scouted.
Trying to hold on for dear life and hold on to the DFW All-Pro Championship for dear life as well. Oh, hitting that turnbuckle very hard there. Ward from behind now.
But see, what I was trying to say earlier before X-Daddy interrupted with his powerful German suplexes, CJ Ward cannot, I repeat, cannot take the time to set moves. He has got to try and outspeed Xavier in everything.
And what's going to happen here?
Oh!
What? Human dominoes! They all fall down. Wow! As the crowd goes crazy.
And all these fans very thrilled about DFW All-Pro.
And here comes the champion who represents the brand better than anyone. Plants him now. Daniels surveying the carnage. Both men duck underneath. Double super kick attempted. Caught by Daniels. Teep kick landed. Anthos, three-way super kick. It's a party.
Looks like Xavier Daniels may be out for the count.
Trust nobody. Here comes Pretty Boy Jay Ace, looking to become a double champion, but on the end of that is where he did not want to be, Ward.
CJ Ward debating with Byron Anthos as to who deserves to get which
Ace
man.
for 2 titles, no! Here comes Ward.
Ooh!
Trying to finish him off now. Anthos scouting it. Midsection kick landed. Ward shoving him off. Ward
trying to hook it in.
I think he just slipped out of there. He's a little bit tired.
I mean, after dealing with Jay Ace, Xavier Daniels, and Brian Anthos, can you blame him? No. Oh, take it to the top. Second turnbuckle, my mistake. Anthos slips out. Kick.
Oh! With every part of his being hitting his face on that second turnbuckle, he has to be out. Ward, if he can pull him from those ropes, he might have the championship. Can he get on top of him? No.
Looks like he decided to go for something else, working his way up the ropes.
He is gassed. And you wonder, could this cost him? Will this pay off? He might have had a shot there. Ward.
Byron Anthos in the ring, kind of
watching. Anthos playing possum. Taking too much time chilling. And what the hell just happened?
Well, that's what happens when you don't mind your surroundings.
The King of Fools, making him a fool to retain the title. Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, and still DFW All-Pro Champion, Byron Anthos.
Keith Roberts with a little bit of technical issues on the microphone.
next match, but it's scheduled for one fall, and we've got one opponent, we don't have another, so hit the music. Introducing first, from South Beach, Miami, Florida, 260 pounds, Flawless Jerome Daniels. And his opponent, legit don't know.
Are you dead tonight, Marvel? You're dead tonight, I promise you.
And this is what you have when you open a challenge and you have to say, we need somebody to fill Josh Ward, not able to make it to the show tonight. And an open challenge was issued, and look what we have here.
Indeed. To speak to your point, Josh Woods,
my apologies,
an amateur wrestler and in mixed martial arts, actually trained at the same gym out of Orlando's The Jungle. Of course, Jerome Daniels, MMA inspired as well. So you go from one guy that can really fight to another guy who really can fight.
And has really been fighting here in the DFW area.
Really.
Chris Marvel and his hybrid school has been taking DFW All-Pro to task, going so far as to acquire property of the DFW All-Pro in an attempt to...
the title and the general manager.
Apparently.
Daniels shoving him off. Ducking underneath. Marvel had it scouted perfectly. Textbook headlock. Applying pressure now. Marvel's so smug. He lets his athleticism and his technical abilities do the speaking for him.
The hybrid school has produced a number of superb athletes, all thanks to Chris Marvel and his staff, which, as I understand now, includes the famous Jesus Rodriguez, better known to the world as Roberto Rodriguez, but remarkably was also the very first head coach for CWE in India, the great Kali's wrestling promotion. So hybrid school certainly does have an arsenal for them, as Chris Marvel is working that headlock and trying to wear the flawless one down.
And that's all you can hope to do, because Daniels is so much cardio in that frame of his, that very tall frame. And Marvel is doing what he needs to do. He's trying to help Daniels suck wind, just keeping that pressure on. Effective game plan until that point.
Innovative way to break a headlock, turn it into a shoulder-paste backbreaker. As now
clubbing away now, sliding off his back.
Just driving those elbows into the side and back of Chris Marvel.
You can see the jiu-jitsu training with his movement off of his back there. And right now, Daniels is on his feet, and that's going to be scary for Marvel to turn around to. You do not want to stand up with a man as bad as Daniels. And all of his power. An Irish whip just planted him in the turnbuckle. Cover coming. Just the two there. Gonna have to put in a little bit more work.
With everything that Chris Marvel has been doing, all of the plays that Chris Marvel and the Hybrid School has been
snap suplex, just short of a 3 there.
has been perpetrating against the DFW All-Pro and their head trainer, Lou Ghani Sterrett. You have to wonder how he managed to make it into the building so surreptitiously and surprise everyone.
I, for one, am shocked. Meanwhile, Daniels staying on him, trying to submit him. See that gable grip right under the throat of Marvel. That's where you really keep those hands locked in. Maybe the most effective way to lock in a submission. Marvel trying to hammer out.
Very interesting reaction from the VIP crowd cheering on Chris Marvel.
Well, you know the Dot Mob have not made a lot of friends in this area. I don't know that I've seen a faction dominate a region as much as the Dot Mob. They're almost like the Golden State Warriors. Maybe people get tired of seeing them win over and over and over. Daniels, meanwhile, winning this one.
Remind me to bring the Rabbit Empire by to talk to you, Ricky.
Ah, that is true. I might be out of town that weekend. Daniels outside.
I got a bad feeling about this.
And he is picking Marvel up. Where is he going to place him? Oh! The hardest part of the ring is that apron. Daniels, very proud of the work that he just put in there.
Just jumping him surreptitiously.
And clearing that count. Very wise.
Oh! Again, Daniels attacking the lower back. And that's one of the things, you know, Daniels has got quickness, Daniels has got strength, but his technical acumen is probably his most dangerous arsenal.
Yep, striking paired with the technicality of his style is out of this world good. Meanwhile, Marvel almost taking Daniels out of this world, eating that turnbuckle. Daniels holding that mouth. I believe he lost a few teeth months ago at the hands of Andy Dalton at one of the most hellacious fights I've ever seen. Marvel bringing that same effort and putting him in just as an effective fight. Thus far, both men down. The referee almost halfway to a 10 count. Who will answer, if anyone?
Both men working their way to their feet. Almost simultaneously breaking that 10 count.
Trading blows. Marvel getting to do better into that exchange. Daniels reversal. And Marvel with a head of steam. Enough clubs and strikes for a pin. Oh, and just short of a 3 yet again.
I think Jerome Daniels might have been a little dazed and a little confused about the pinning combination there, as it took him almost the full 3 count to answer. Chris Marvel decidedly in the driver's seat as he flips a little elbow to the side of the head.
Here comes Daniels. Discus with a shot.
Discus elbow followed up with a vicious clothesline, both sending Chris Marvel to the canvas. Marvel with a whip.
I am very impressed. Power slam.
That beautiful,
impressive as well.
That beautiful power slam pinning combination that Jerome Daniels does so well.
Marvel had just got into a striking contest and stood right in there with Daniels, and I did not think that was a game he was going to enter into and be as effective as he was. And then Daniels now back in the driver's seat, strikes of his own. That power slam was huge for him.
As I said, one of the absolute best power slams I have ever seen. I think the only man that might have one as good, perhaps better, is the man known as Apocalypse, Adam Azra, as a part of the Vet Club,
who we will see in action right after this.
Fireman's carry, series of elbows broken loose. Chris Marvel in, misses. Jerome, oh!
Speaking of breaking things, I hope his dental bills are paid up. Marvel blocked. Daniels rolls through. Got him.
Just by the neck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, Flawless Jerome Daniels.
I just want to clear something off my chest. I want to thank the kids for giving me the opportunity to accept that challenge. And I just want to make a formal apology to DWF and all the students. You guys are doing a great job. I hope what we have is just water on the bridge. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm talking right now. So if you would, if you please accept my apology. And what Lou is doing is best for the wrestling business. What I'm trying to do is best for the wrestling business. And for all you fans, thank you for coming out. And thank you to VIP. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Chris Marvel. You can't give it up sitting down. Stand up. Let's give it to Chris Marvel. Come on.
Chris Marvel, a prince among men. Listen to heartfelt apology.
Takes a big man to admit when he was wrong.
You guys bored or are you guys ready for more action? Wait, hold on. I couldn't hear that. Are you bored or are you ready for more action? So all of you that sat down and are cheering more action, stand up. Come on, we stand at VIP. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a six-man tag team contest and is scheduled for one fall.
And here we go, a three-man open challenge as issued by the Vet Club. They said, we'll take anybody, any of your three from around the world. I don't care if that's Texas, Japan, Australia. You got bodies from all over the world. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling three-man team answering the challenge. Starting off, former and recent world champion of the NWA, restoring that title to prominence, Tim Storm. Rex Andrews representing Reality of Wrestling. Also, All Japan Wrestling as selected by Sonny Ono and spending some time over there. Two of the very best. Tim Storm giving Rex Andrews an education today. Andrews answering. Arm drag by the Vet Club leader. Andrews not to be outdone.
Something very interesting about the Vet Club, every single member of the Vet Club has been a multiple-time tag team champion. Tim Storm has been acquiring accolades after a brief singles run when Adam Asher took some time off to reorganize himself.
Sure.
That, of course, leading to the NWA North American Championship title, as well as to the NWA World Heavyweight Championship that you had mentioned. And Tim Storm certainly brought a tremendous amount of prestige to that belt. It made that belt a very serious title once again.
Indeed.
Adam Asher with the tag in.
Bringing it now, his longtime tag team partner, Adam Asher. They referred to when taking this match. They've had a little bit of issues as of the recent years. However, brothers do fight, and these brothers seemingly back on the right page. Ryan Davidson locking up, a bear of a man, someone who also has been to Japan. Very tough man in and of its own right. The two behemoths locking up and meeting at a stalemate. Which man will topple the other now? Asher challenging him to bring it again. That's impressive. I mean, Adam Asher doesn't have a lot of trouble taking most men down.
No, Adam Asher is a rather incredible performer and the bearer of one of the more impressive power slams I have seen in this business.
Which is great praise considering how much we just alluded to Daniels having one of the best in the area as well. You're right, Asher, great at a lot of things.
There we go.
And there's that power slam you were just talking
beautiful.
about, Nigel. Yes.
Makes it look effortless. A man the size and power of Ryan Davidson taken to task by the Apocalypse Adam Asher.
And that is exactly what he's doing, taking him to task now. In control, hammering away.
Hit him so hard, almost threw himself off balance. Adam Asher trying to do damage every single action he does.
Davidson light on his feet for a man of that size, just pushes off of him. Big kick. Challenging him to get back up. A head full of steam, like a locomotive charging. Uh-oh. Oh, Tim Storm, an old-timer. That might be bad for him long-term. Davidson.
There's a lot of things you can do to Adam Asher. Not many of them will keep him down as Rex Andrews comes into the ring. Shot to the face and looks like European uppercut.
A lot of great things coming out of the Reality Wrestling. We just had Chris Marvel representing Hybrid, of course. The DFW All-Pro, Andrews, as good as anybody coming out of Reality Wrestling. One of the future stars of this business.
Absolutely, and caught Adam Asher sleeping. Adam Asher assumed he had disposed of young Andrews as Rob Barnes wrenches in and attacks the arm. And in comes Christopher Hayden.
And you talk about the future stars of this business as well. Rob Barnes from Australia. You saw him wearing the mask. His tag team mates do not get in on the whole mask wearing. I don't know that they understand it. Barnes, a lot of antics, but so technically sound. Here comes Chris Hayden, though. You're not ready, not yet. Cover. He's recently rebranded. He now wants to be known as Sexy Chris Hayden.
To me,
Sexy but effective.
He will always be the crown jewel of the Rabbit Empire. Long-standing and good friend of mine. Ooh.
A good friend of yours and mine. Just like Andrew WK. Here he is now, Barnes.
I don't understand why you were just rattling off letters.
It's an American thing. You wouldn't understand. Meanwhile, Hayden puts him down.
Just up and shoves him off. The power of Christopher Hayden is not to be underestimated.
Effortless, almost. Barnes hammering away now. Charges in. Wow, what a spine buster. Hayden very proud of himself. Rightfully so. Pin attempt. No.
Even with the hook of the leg, that lateral pin attempt did not do enough to keep Barnes down as Hayden pulls Barnes up and directs him right into the godfather of the Vet Club.
And the dynamic of this is very interesting to me. You have the new school versus the old school. Of course, you know, you can look over at the Veteran Club at the vet side of this and see how calm they've been the whole match. You can tell the athleticism and the youth is definitely on the side of the Reality Wrestling's team. But I mean, just the poise of the corner over here, you can see very much how big experience comes into play in a match like this.
Absolutely, but I don't know if I would diminish the Vet Club by claiming that their side does not contain the athleticism.
I should have maybe referred more to the youthfulness.
The exuberance of youth.
Indeed.
Oh! Vicious kick by the former NWA World Champion, goes for a pin attempt. Ryan Davidson kicks him in the back of the head to break it up. But notice how cool and calm Tim Storm is, just glaring at Ryan Davidson as his tag team partner, Adam Asher, is brought in. Ooh,
yes,
double suplex.
I clearly misspoken because, again, Storm is a great example, 50 years old plus, and just coming off of a long reign with the NWA title, beating men half his youth, and doing it well.
So it's something like 364 days, I believe, 1 day shy of a full year as a reigning NWA World Heavyweight Champion, as Christopher Hayden flips the elbow into the side of the head of Rob Barnes, whipped to the corner.
Here comes Hayden, double bird.
Kick by Barnes. Oh!
Taking out the knee of Hayden.
Very wise to do, as I mentioned earlier in this program. Take out the legs of a big man, you take out his base, you take out the ability to lift and carry, which is where a majority of his arsenal comes from.
And Team Rowe now, you can see coming alive in that corner there. Barnes up top, oh no.
Do not underestimate the Vet Club, however.
Well, again, I think that the Vet Club has had the advantage thus far. What I do like is that the excitement seems to be now all on the side of Rowe, but Hayden may be about to kill that and kill Barnes.
Christopher Hayden, well known for being able to do things most men wouldn't dream of or wouldn't want.
Oh no. All 6 men.
Oh no.
That is a lot of men in that corner. What is going to happen?
Oh!
You ever seen a tree fall? That looked like the whole forest imploding.
Bodies everywhere. This is a CSI crime scene as our referee, Will Arata, tries to figure out whether or not these men can continue. Storm and Davidson to their feet.
And Ruthless Riot Davidson showing why. A ruthless right hand.
Trying to waylay each other.
Returns.
Oh!
And uh-oh.
Tim Storm with a grin as our referee, Will Arata, has decided to take a bit of a nap.
That's not good. The Veteran Club, how many of their matches have had referee issues here at VIP Wrestling?
I don't know.
That's going to be huge.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Oh! And Hayden, Plant Andrews, Barnes behind. Fisherman's.
Almost inverted on the on his grip there. As Barnes,
APOC.
Preening Peacock stumbles around the ring, thrown out by the Apocalypse, Adam Asher.
Andrews. Davidson doing it. Cover. Can he get him? And Storm. And that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
These referee issues.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about. Yeah, see, this is what happens. This is what happens.
Finally, a
Rick
referee.
Manning.
Finally, a referee who can withstand some damage.
Long time, yeah. No, of course. Damn it.
I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah, nobody ever does. Vet Club 101. All around the world, it's the same song.
The winners of your match, the Vet Club. give it up for Andrea at the door. She gets like no recognition at all. No, like really, like loud. Come on, like Andrea, Andrea. Oh, now she says stop. Also, let's give it up to our commentary team over here, Mr. Ricky Hustle, and the guy you might love, you might hate, Mr. Nigel Rabbit. All right, and even though we are going to take an intermission, we do have a special ceremony for the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy for their graduation. And the Beck Club and the Reality Wrestling guys broke the wrestling ring. So, can you see where they're at? Are they here? Oh, here? All right. Oh, there. Oh. All right, so at this time, I'd like to bring out a man who I call a brother, one of my greatest friends. He is the head trainer at the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy. He is training the stars of tomorrow. You saw him in action earlier tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just cut out the Illuminati spirit. Let's bring out Mr. Lamar Williams. And just FYI, he still sucks, but you know. I'm going to turn it over to him.
How's everybody doing tonight? That's not loud enough. How's everybody doing tonight? So, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I just feel like, and I believe that VIP Wrestling is the best wrestling show in the world. So, right? So, what better stage than to present to you our graduates of our DFW All Pro Academy. You already seen 4 of them tonight. I want to make sure I call them all out. We're going to have 2 people graduate tonight. We're going to just real quickly, but first, I'd like to call out the individuals that already graduated. He won't come out right now because he's handling stuff, but our referee Bones is one of our first ever graduates in the DFW. Byron Anthos, everybody. Our first ever female graduate of the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy. Everyone give it up for Alejandra the Lion. One of the best students I've ever had. Everyone give it up for Mirte Infernal. I'm going to introduce these 2 guys together because they're going to be the hottest tag team in Texas, without a shadow of a doubt. Everybody give it up for Elio Guerra and Aaron Sykes. This is their crew, everybody. Yes, everybody, he's an official black cowboy. Everybody give it up for Cowboy Nate Collins.
I'm gonna get up here.
We're gonna give it up for C.T. Jones, everybody. C.T. Jones. Who's also our student of the month, everybody. C.T. Jones. We have 2 individuals who were just in an amazing 4-way match. I think they left because they were angry they didn't win the title, but I'm still going to give them a shout out. We're going to give up to Jane Ace and Xavier Daniels, everybody. And of our previous graduates, last but not least, this guy makes me laugh every single day. He is Tristan, the Christian Warrior. With his church suit on. These are our previous graduates of the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy. Everybody give them a roll. Now, we're going to take this opportunity and we're going to graduate 2 more students, everybody. Please give them a warm welcome. The first person I'm going to call out, his name is Killian Rain, everybody. Killian Rain. We're going to give it up to almost 7 foot tall. Dallin Hyde, everybody. Dallin Hyde. So, I'm just going to admit something right now. I was going to try to do this smoothly, but we weren't supposed to do this right now. We were supposed to wait 5 minutes. I'll take the blame on that. So, I don't have certificates. Give me about 3 minutes. Sorry about that. I got him, everybody. I got him.
Hey, that's our hard cam. You guys are in a hard cam.
I do everything in my power to make sure if you graduate from the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy, you are ready. This is a very tough industry, and these individuals go through hell. The first person I want to give it up to is I want to give it up for Killian, I can't say his name wrong, Killian Rain, everybody. Everybody give it up for Dallin Hyde, everybody. I want everybody to come this way. We're going to take some pictures right in the front. New graduates in the front. Face this way, face this way. We get some nice camera people over here. Picture, face this way. Everybody line up real close here. Everybody, we have our graduates of the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy and the future of professional wrestling in Texas. Everybody give it up for them.
about a 10-minute intermission. Go buy some merch. Go talk to Andrea over there. She has tickets to the next show. Which I think we've got this guy named, what's his name? Oh yeah, Phoenix. So if you want to get your tickets, get them now. They'll probably end up in your lap if you're in the front row. And then I think we have someone else. Oh yeah, Penta OM. It's like this, he does this. Yeah, Phoenix and Penta OM. So, talk to Andrea back there. She's the beautiful girl with the glasses standing on the table, I think. You can go get your tickets from her, but yeah, we're going to take about a 10-minute break. Go buy some merch, support your local independent wrestling, support VIP wrestling. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you in a few. Thank you. I was just informed it's Penta L0M. Pentalone.
Pantalones.
attention, please? Can I get your attention, please? So, I should have knew something was up because I almost forgot my Junior G Nick Knox as a graduate. Everybody, they attacked him in the back. Everybody, give it up for Nick Knox, man. I'm sorry, man. make sure you speak with Andrew in the front. Our next event will be on July 6th. Headliners thus far already signed. Pentagon Jr. from Lucha Underground. Phoenix from Lucha Underground. Evolve Champion. Austin Theory. And Josh Woods will be in the house July 6th. And Gino will be here July 6th. Don't forget, make sure you get your tickets now at a discounted price, because tickets will go fast. The Lucha Brothers will be at VIP Wrestling July 6th. Pentagon Jr., Phoenix, Evolve Champion, Austin Theory, and Ring of Honor's Top Prospect winner, Josh Woods, will be making his VIP debut. July 6th. Since I almost said it, make sure you check out DFW All Pro Wrestling. Second Fridays every single month in Haltom City.
I'm Keith Roberts. I'm your MC for the night. I don't like to call it ring announcer. That's boring, all right? We have fun, right? We have fun. Do fun people sit down? Stand up. Hard to make. All right. We have like 8 matches that requires you to stand up and sit down like 16 times if you do it at the beginning and the end. So everyone stand up and let's say VIP. All right, who's ready for more wrestling action? I'm sick of talking. Are you sick of standing? Wow, you guys are lazy. Come on. Like, just big yell. Yell as loud as you can. Primal scream it. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, and I'm going to try and do this right, from Monterrey, Mexico, I failed, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Latin heartthrob, Gino! Opponent, making his VIP wrestling debut from Tijuana, Mexico, weighing in at 75 kilos, the man with the heart of a dragon, Ray Horus!
And we welcome you back. What a matchup we have in store for you. Rey Horus, the former El Hijo de Rey Mysterio, taking on the Latin heartthrob, Gino.
Gino being the most recent acquisition of the International Players Club. Lance Romance going around the world to find the very best in professional wrestling, and the Latin heartthrob caught Lance's eye because of what a tremendous competitor this young man is.
Both competitors rocking the gold. Both of them, Gino, of course, a world champion for Reality Wrestling, which we just saw represented just a while ago against the Vet Club, and represent they did. And of course, his opponent, Rey Horus, repping Rey Mysterio, of course, being from that lineage, and a King of Trios champion with him and NXT's Ricochet, Lucha Underground style. Both competitors getting checked out now. And we are cleared. We have a takeoff here. Competitors locking up now. Gino doing work. Effective arm drag.
Rey Horus giving up some size and weight in this competition, but it looks like Gino cannot match with the young man's speed.
Both are young men. Quite young indeed.
Well, I thought it would be better to say young man than say smaller man.
Ah.
You know, polite.
I get where you're going there. Nigel Rabbit ever minding his manners. And Gino says, all right, I'm good. I'm going to take a quick break. Quick breather. Horus says, very nice effort. Out of gas. Come on, Gino. Gino. So cocky.
What are you talking about? This is a professional right here. He doesn't need to worry about what his opponent is doing. He has got the ring presence that allows him to... Look at it. Well, such a gentleman. He's trying to make sure that Rey Horus has got someone that is at least of his stature.
He's getting down on his knee.
That's
the Latin heartthrob, that might work with the ladies. Not known for his, his sportsmanship.
What do you mean? That was a full 5-second handshake before the kick.
Yeah, he usually waits 4. Here comes Gino. There goes Horus. Over top of him. Kicks him off. Second rope, perch, top rope. Ooh, arm drag. And Horus feeding off this crowd's energy, and they are energetic. And here comes the high energy. Horus ducks underneath that rope. Gino waiting for him. Very nice. Just slid off that rope. His second home indeed.
Which is his second home?
Those ropes. He lives there. He's got a timeshare on the outside of that apron now. Gino sliding himself. And there is that confidence that definitely borders on arrogance.
Well, the swagger of Gino is well deserved. Again, as I mentioned, a member of the International Players Club. Only the best of the best get selected by Lance Romance.
And to that point, trained by the absolute best, the 5-time champion Booker T. You know, Gino has been with Booker since he's about 16 years old. He's, I believe, about 23, 24 years old as of this moment. So young, but that veteran presence. And now mocking Oris.
What do you mean mocking? He was just trying to encourage the fans to get behind our newest member of the VIP roster.
I see.
So
clubbing away.
Everything you say.
Yeah, it's just so mean-spirited. I'm going to go back there and apologize to Rick Manning for being the greatest official I've ever seen while I'm at it.
You should apologize to him for not recognizing Rick Manning's greatness.
Anyways, Gino. So what kind of pin are we going to call that then?
That would be a foot on the chest, Ricky.
Not the literal sense of it. You don't think that perhaps that arrogance could have cost him a quick win there?
Confident.
And meanwhile, using him like a lawn dart, shades of Kevin Nash and Rey Mysterio, his mentor back in the day.
I would refer to that more as an aerial snake eyes.
I see. Gino trying to remove that mask. That mask is everything in their culture. So disrespectful.
Well, I mean, in Lucha Libre, if you lose your mask, you cannot wear another one. Never mind what has happened in American wrestling.
That is disgusting.
Well, if you didn't want to lose your mask, then perhaps you shouldn't have made it snappable.
And Gino, say, go ahead, check him out. Cover.
Simple lateral press did not come up with a win.
He tied that arm up a little bit there, so perhaps learning from his error a moment ago where he just used the base of that foot. Gino trying to place that snapmare on him. Didn't work out, so going to the chops. Oris trading him slaps.
Oris definitely did not want that snapmare to happen. As you notice, mask is still flapping around his jaw. That snapmare could have easily pulled it off against Oris's will.
Gino sending him to the turnbuckle. Oris just getting that elbow up in the nick of time.
Oh!
What a head kick. But Gino, cover, could be. Just short. And Gino, frustration setting in perhaps, telling the referee that I think that was a 3 in fact. And Oris is gonna have to do something soon. He can't keep absorbing this punishment from the much larger Latin heartthrob. Gino perched.
Oh!
And that is perhaps the opening Oris waiting for, coming alive. Shades of the Flash. You saw him and then you didn't. Up top, Gino ducking underneath, misses the clothesline. Lands him with those legs outside. Oris over top. He took Gino out.
Catching Gino fully with that flipping senton over the top rope. As our referee is counting.
Oris, what will he do to follow up that maneuver? He is back in charge. Breaking up that 10 count very wise. Oris has got him. Oh, and puts him right in those unforgiving steel steps. And Gino, for all of his bravado, where is it now?
Oh!
It is up against those steel steps.
Well, it is hard to have much if you're dazed and confused after being rammed into what is effectively an illegal object.
And where is he taking him now, other than to the woodshed? And to the other steel post. And you know why he's getting that, right? He's still mad about that mask. And rightfully so, might I add. Oris again back into the ring, clearing out that 10 count. And finally, both competitors back to where we began. Cover. And Gino with the presence of mind to kick out. As you alluded to, I believe he is on Dream Street. And here we go. Oris. Feet one way, the other, all around. Leg drop. Got him. No.
Frustration clear on the face of Rey Horus.
Is it clear with the mask?
Well, I mean, if you watch the eyes and the mouth, absolutely, yes.
Okay,
he did look frustrated.
I can make out certain features.
Maybe we can talk about how to identify people's expressions by just looking at the eyes and the mouth.
I understand the Batman technique, if you will. Meanwhile, turns him to the ropes. Oris slips out of it, ducks underneath. Tilts a whirl into a torture rack. Never seen it, but damn, it looks good. Looks bad for Oris. Should be it. No.
Ooh.
What an effective maneuver. Not enough for 3.
I thought that was it right there. Gino very innovative with his offense. Torture rack spinning into a pancake.
So disrespectful now. Gino does not care. What is he looking for here? Perhaps a German suplex? Oris blocking it. Elbows to break it up. Gino with a go behind. Spanish fly, middle of the ring. Cover, no.
Oh my goodness, so very close that was. Gino just barely kicking out, almost on the 3.
I don't know that it could have been any closer without that 3 actually counting. Gino now trying to rock himself back into this. Misses everything. Oris charging up.
Ooh.
Kick to the back of the head. Oris, what's he gonna do?
Oh!
I think he's got him, no! No!
I don't think I have ever seen that pinning combination.
And I don't know if we live to both be 100 that we'll ever see it again. What was it? I don't know, but it looked incredible.
Ooh! Vicious kick by Gino. Dazes Rey Horus, keeping him perched on the top rope.
Oris just did to him what Gino's now returning. Something big here. Oris trying to block it.
For position.
And he's going after that mask again. Yeah, you would love that, wouldn't you, Nigel?
Well, you know, if you provide your opponents with the means to defeat you. Oh! Vicious pushing the legs off the ropes.
Gino got him for the win. It is. Book this one to the Latin Heartthrob.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, the Latin Heartthrob, Gino!
that was fun, wasn't it? All right, so when I come out, you stand up, all right? If I got to stand up, so do you. Thank you. Kanji Men's Store. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one ball. Introducing first, from the dark side of the moon, weighing in at 197 pounds, accompanied by the insidious follower, Unholy Gregory James! And his opponent from upside down Puerto Rico, weighing in at 205 pounds, Mecha Wolf 450.
Very exciting contest pending. We have got Unholy Gregory James versus Mecha Wolf, formerly Mr. 450. I've had the pleasure of watching Gregory James refine, grow, and change over the course of his career, and he is an amazing competitor, but to be paired up, squared off against a competitor like Mecha Wolf, that is something that is going to be a spectacle to behold.
Indeed, I was watching both competitors stare each other down. Meanwhile, Mecha Wolf not having any of that stare down. Both of these competitors, both heavily inspired by heavy metal music. You can see them just staring each other down. They both have about the same beliefs, I'd imagine. So curious, both of these guys and their style, how this match will go. Mecha Wolf just taking his time. And again, two of the best for your money that we could have this evening. Gregory James, very impressive every time I've ever seen him here in the DFW area. Mega Wolf, a well-traveled star around the world, of course, making a name for himself back in Puerto Rico. And Gregory James looking to make his name even bigger tonight. Just howling at the Wolf, mocking perhaps.
Gregory James, not a man that is afraid of anything. I have seen him go to war with some of the very best this industry has to offer.
And that's exactly what he's doing here tonight. One of the very best that this
Absolutely.
industry offers. All right, he's got him from behind now. Mecha Wolf. What's he gonna do? James pushes him off, realizing he wasn't gonna be able to move from that position, sweeps both legs. Leapfrog by the Wolf. James still cunning.
Series of exchanges, both men showing their athleticism.
Both trying to land kicks, blocked by the other. These two competitors so evenly matched. Leg sweeps, oh my.
Insidious follower ringside, very frustrated at the turn of events. The Insidious follower would much rather see Gregory James on a
another pin attempt.
More decisive attempt at victory.
More leapfrogs. He's a thinking man, he says. Turns around, only to find James waiting for him. Got him by the legs. What's he looking for here? Pushes him off. Big drop kick now. And Mecha Wolf gonna take a second to think about it on the outside. But if you know Gregory James, you know that's not a place that you're gonna wanna be for long. Here he comes!
Ooh.
Suicide dive! Outside now.
Gregory James impacting with Mecha Wolf, ramming him into that steel rail around the ring.
And James's valet, Cobra Commander, it would appear, cheering him on.
That would be the Insidious follower.
The Insidious follower.
The Insidious follower.
So mysterious. All right now. James hammering away, breaking the 10 count. When Gregory James, if he's to win, is she just gonna, you know, scowl and do the whole arm raising of Cobra Commander style though? I need to see that. It's a G.I. Joe reference, maybe. Maybe a little after your time. Here comes Mega Wolf. Oh! Into that, what, 4th row? Wow.
And the VIP fans amazed as the Insidious follower begs Gregory James to get up. Mecha Wolf howling to the fans, pitching James over the top of that steel guardrail.
They took out everything. And what is he gonna do now? He's just gonna chop him away.
Vicious chop, sending Gregory James into the ring.
And that is where you win the match, and Gregory James is in danger, and perhaps wisely rolls on through. But the Wolf is in pursuit.
Oh!
Very nice.
Excellent use of momentum on the part of Gregory James. Pitches Mecha Wolf on the inside.
Very much so. Through the second rope. Interesting use of the angle, made that more effective. Not quite a 3, not as of now. Kick to the back. James with a vicious right hand. Cranking that arm now. He's going to send him to the opposite turnbuckle. Front first.
Viciously impacted, bouncing back. Gregory James looks solidly in the driver's seat. Cover only came up with 2.
And he quickly turned this around. You could tell that Mecha Wolf had really hurt him by taking him that 4th row.
Oh.
And when he got him on the opposite side of this ring, I thought that might be toward the end of this.
Sometimes all you need is just a quick change in momentum. And you have to remember, while both of these men are very powerful, very fit, they are high impact. And what high impact does is wear your body down as much as your opponent's.
High impact and high energy. That is correct, Nigel. Charges in now. Mecha Wolf rolls out of the way. Enziguri for his trouble. And now, here he goes.
Ooh.
Shot in the turnbuckle with that leg.
Front drop kick sends Gregory James rolling to the outside. And it looks like it is a time for the Mecha Wolf to fly. Oh, a suicide dive of his own.
He likes them in pairs.
Oh!
The impact. Ooh. That rail moved 3 feet on that maneuver.
That rail bent in half on that maneuver.
I think his back bent in half on that maneuver. And now holding it in pain.
That guardrail bent in half by the impact from Mecha Wolf into Gregory James as Mecha Wolf starts getting these this fans behind them.
And Mecha Wolf has him right where he wants him.
Gregory James doesn't look like he wants any part of this.
And that's what he's trying to do. Block to avoid it. Elbow to the back of the head. Very effective. Outside. Catches him. Mecha Wolf, the presence of mind to block it, stop it, and fly back at him. Nearly got a win there. James struggling to get back to his feet. Needs those ropes to propel himself back up. Again, that rail bent, courtesy of his lower back and the momentum of Mecha Wolf. And what does he have in store for the Unholy One now?
Howling his attack. Oh, right into the boot of Unholy Gregory James. Ducks under.
Yes.
Ducks underneath the clothesline into a German suplex. And it looks as if the wolf smells blood.
The end might be near for the Unholy One.
Greg James fighting out of it. Kick to the midsection, to the face.
Staying alive. Unholy, Gregory James, second rope.
Beautiful springboard moonsault, springboard leg drop.
Could he do it? Oh! Man, some good moves put together there. Just short of a 3, and he can't believe it. What will he have to do to put the Mecha Wolf away? Signaling no.
Gregory James with the feet. Oh!
I did not expect that, and apparently neither did James.
But James expected that Enziguri. Oh, look at that.
Bridge. Got him. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Gregory James anticipating the Enziguri, ducking and catching Mecha Wolf in for a German suplex with a bridge pin. Almost securing the victory. So very close as we see the insidious follower stalking Mecha Wolf.
Landing those hands now. Perches him on that top rope. And what is going to happen now?
Ooh.
Big slap. And this might be for everything.
Wait.
Ducks underneath. Turnbuckle bomb.
Oh! Corner to corner turnbuckle
That
bomb.
Buckle bomb.
Oh!
Should be enough. Paired with that for the win. No. No.
As I stated before, Gregory James, extremely resilient. I have seen this man batter himself in ways that would terrify mortal men. There is a reason why he calls himself unholy, and that is because the things he does and the damage he can take is demonic in its proportion.
That buckle bomb on top of breaking that rail, bending it with his own back. How much more punishment can he withstand from Mega Wolf? Wolf up top, outside, apron, hammer, looking to re-enter. And he caught him. He caught him. James, DDT coming. Yes.
Oh.
Could be it. Will it be? Is it enough? No. The insidious follower losing her mind on the outside.
And Gregory James with a look of casual superiority as the referee was trying to count. James just counting along with him.
James loading up. Mega Wolf just getting that foot off. Blocks it, returns.
Oh!
Plants him. And James, what is he planning to hopefully finish off Mega Wolf?
Vicious side. Oh!
Catches him with a clothesline out of nowhere. Both men are down. The referee begins his 10 count. Will either man be able to answer this 10 count now? So much energy expended in the last couple moments here. Both men trading strikes. You can tell how badly they both want and need this victory. Knocking the spit clear out of his mouth is James to Mega Wolf. And we've graduated from punches to chops. That slap not as effective. Chopping the spit out of each other's mouths now. The sweat flying, pouring.
This has now become a test of wills as both men are trying to prove their physical endurance to each other.
What a fight this has been.
Oh!
And he might have knocked him out right there.
James with a fireman's carry.
Mega Wolf wisely grabbing that rope.
Oh!
Another kick to the head. Pulls him in. Tornado DDT off that rope. Could be. Might be. Oh, how is he continuing to kick out of these? What a match.
Amazing springboard.
This whole match
Tornado DDT
has been amazing, Nigel. And I don't know that we're any closer to a decisive decision, if you will. Mega Wolf kneeling over his prone opponent. Yes, it is. VIP faithful chanting, "This is awesome." An understatement for what we are bearing witness to. Elbows from the Unholy One. Slips out. Mega Wolf a second too slow. Catches him.
Discus clothesline.
Indeed. Into a fireman's carry now.
This
is
was
what he was looking
James
for a moment ago. Yes, puts him down.
Prime positioning. Gregory James has been known to fly, as has his opponent, but neither of them have really traversed that top rope. Much this competition.
This might be for everything. Moonsault. And Mecha Wolf, how did he kick out of that now? How are they doing this? We've seen bent rails. We've seen them venture into the 4th, maybe the 5th row. We've seen moves over the top. Steel stairs. What more can they throw at each other?
Gregory James with an absolutely picture-perfect moonsault, making perfect contact. I mean, that was perhaps one of the best moonsaults I have seen in a very long time. And the VIP fans assembled here are chanting "Fight Forever." I don't know that they have the stamina left to fight forever. As Gregory James up on his feet first, clubbing Mecha Wolf.
Look at his chest. You can see the blood from those chops earlier pouring out. And Mecha Wolf trying to get out of the grasp of the Unholy One. The go behind. German suplex.
Keeps a hold of it. Look at this. Going for 2. Oh. Once again.
This is the 3 amigos. Can he land Trace? He cannot. Unholy One, those back elbows have neutralized Mecha Wolf all night long. Saved him a lot of damage. Mecha Wolf!
Oh!
Plants him!
And there was your 3rd.
For the win! And again he kicks out. We might be here all night. And if we are, I do not have a problem with it.
It looks like the man who has been known as Mr. 450 is about to fly.
Known for the namesake here. Is that what we're going to get? Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
Beautiful 450 splash onto Gregory James.
Can he get the cover, though? Can he get it?
Oh, my goodness.
Too much time. Too much energy expended. The shock on the face of Mecha Wolf and every fan in this building.
Mecha Wolf biting into Gregory James's hand.
He's signaling. He's going to try it one more time.
As they'd say in Puerto Rico, uno más. Insidious follower does not want to see her charge endangered in this fashion. Oh! The distraction just good enough. Gregory James gets a kick to the side of the head.
Capitalizing now, perhaps, is the Unholy One. Top rope suplex.
Oh, beautiful.
Rolls through.
Retains.
Still attached.
Oh!
And a butterfly driver. Cover.
Oh!
And, what? Is this even happening?
The look of shock on several of the VIP assemblage's faces is amazing.
I know we talked about the mask early on and reading the expressions. I think I can even see a look on the shock on the face of the Insidious follower. Gregory James pulling that knee pad off. He wants to put every bit of muscle and bone into this. Is he gonna bring it from the corner? Uh-oh. Second, up to the 3rd. And this might be the end of the line for Mecha Wolf.
Oh!
No! Somehow pulling down deep, digging deep is Mecha Wolf. Grabbing him. And now, what will become of these two competitors? And now, the Unholy One biting the Mecha Wolf.
Well, I suppose one good turn deserves another.
He says he has him now. Does he?
Oh,
no! Too much time. Sweat the legs and caught him with a leg to the lower back. Did Mecha Wolf. Puts him down. Well, we're back. This was the plan all along, and it finally works.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, Mecha Wolf 450! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take about a 5-minute break here, real quick, to fix some stuff up after that epic battle you just saw. Let's give Mecha Wolf and Gregory James another round of applause. That's what VIP wrestling is about. We don't just say this is wrestling, we show you this is wrestling. So give us about 5 minutes. We'll be back. We got 2 more matches for you. We promise we're not going to keep you here until 1 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully. Oh, you don't care? All right. You'll be here until 1 o'clock in the morning.
I have things to do.
That was the best match I've ever seen for you.
Yes. That was very solid. But I didn't honestly expect anything less.
I'm addicted. Is this Leo whatever from...
Yeah.
No, Leo
Frog
whatever.
Studios.
This song.
It is.
Leo something Norwegian. This is what... Alright, so I had a joke in college that what?
Is he Norwegian or is he Danish?
Somewhere up there.
Yeah.
So I always said, like, I wanted Toto to play at my wedding and sing the song. It turns out my wife's aunt was engaged to the lead singer of Toto for like 5 years. So he actually sang Africa at our wedding. So this is like, and then I heard this, like, a few weeks ago and haven't stopped listening to it.
Have you heard the rest of his stuff?
Oh yeah, I follow him on YouTube and everything.
He just recently dropped Bittersweet Symphony.
Yep, it was fucking amazing. His videos are great too. And he plays every instrument. We took our kids to the zoo the other day when we went to the Africa part, and I just said this over and over.
Let you guys know if we got a moment.
Yeah.
So, after the main event, he seems to get a promo. So and then, but we can wrap it. We can come back and wrap it up after. Okay. I'll just give you guys a cue. Sure. It's the only way I can get into play without like. I have all my sound notes on this after the investment.
Yeah, we don't need to talk. We should never be talking during a promo anyway. So
yes. Relations out. Yeah, we can always talk.
Gino and Ray Orris. That was a fantastic match too. Back to back.
The balance of this card is a little off. The second half feels much. There's first at least one of these matches. I don't look at this stuff. Whatever. I don't know. It's got a sense of momentum. Yeah, it certainly does.
How much rail's going to cost? You guys didn't invent the rail the last time with the Gold Rush show? Did we have a bent rail? Somebody.
Well, Fuego.
Yeah, it was Fuego, that's right. Oh. Yeah. Fuego. Who's the girl sitting back here with the headphones? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I just was wondering why she's sitting back here with the headphones on.
Just production brother.
Cool. Yeah, no worries. I just was curious who she was. What do you got coming up? What shows you got coming up?
The WFC charity tomorrow in Tulsa. So, then Exhale weekend less than work. Inspire.
Okay.
The final weekend in May.
Yeah, I saw that the post you had for that card, I guess, from Inspire before, what a stat card was.
Alright. That was fun, wasn't it?
God, turn him down.
Behind the scenes wrestling. Beyond the ring, if you will. Alright.
It's beneath the ring.
The following contest is for the Sabotage Wrestling Tag Team Championship and is scheduled for... That's right. Thank you for your patience. And this match does have a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first the challengers, the team of Holiday and Thunder Rosa, the Twisted Sisters. Opponents, the current reigning and defending Sabotage Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the team. Actually, let me back up. They're from the Playboy Mansion in the summer of '69. The team of Baby D and Phoebe, fun and sexy.
Phoebe, the San Francisco Treat, starting it off with a hula hoop for Fun and Sexy. And Thunder Rosa representing the tag team champion, Twisted Sisters. And is she gonna hoop? Oh, she can hoop all right. And then throw it right back on her. And hit the poor cameraman on the outside.
So you had mentioned that tag team champions being Fun and Sexy, with the Twisted Sisters as challengers to that title, although they do claim that they had never lost the title before.
I should have clarified. Thank you so much, Nigel. Put much more eloquently than I could hope to do so. Meanwhile, both trading with the go behind. And Thunder Rosa puts her down. And now looking to submit her with a hair pull. Look at the face of Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa not really up for the shenanigans that Fun and Sexy are about.
And now just rolling around the ring. And nearly got a quick win there. Holiday cheering her on from the apron now. Headlock applied.
Thunder Rosa raking her nails across the eyes of Phoebe.
And Phoebe now cranking that arm. She's not letting up. But Thunder Rosa
Phoebe just tumbling her way out of the wrist lock time and time again. Thunder Rosa quickly slapping it back on her.
An effective strategy, it would seem. Uh-oh.
Well, until you make yourself too dizzy.
Yeah.
And then you can't stand up.
And Holiday looking to get in here fairly soon, I would assume. Chomping at the bit. All right, Thunder Rosa sends her reversal now. Phoebe, oh! And a big right landed to the jaw of one San Francisco Treat. Fun and Sexy showing it why they are the champs. They can take some punishment. Clubbing that midsection now. Bottom rope. Cover. Man, you talk about tumbling around. I don't know that I understand everything that Phoebe does, but she is energetic.
I don't think Phoebe understands everything that Phoebe does, to be completely honest with you.
But she's good. Whatever it was, it works for her. And it almost works for a quick pin there. Just the one, though. Astute observation again, Nigel. Phoebe would be wise to tag in the sexy part of Fun and Sexy. She is Baby D.
The Baby D, definitely the powerhouse out of this foursome.
And she likes to shake what her mama gave her. Holiday. I don't know that I understood the face.
Well, I mean, I don't know that.
I don't know that I understand much of what the Twisted Sisters do, actually. They're quite odd. Baby D looking to...
Seeming that Holiday's not very interested in what Baby D has to offer.
Quite an odd exchange from these two. That exchange now is a lockup, as you alluded to. Baby D, the powerful one of the four.
But Holiday does have a leverage on her based off of her size.
Those long limbs coming into play early on. Pushes her off. Yeah, these are two very bad ladies, of course. Dominating down at Sabotage Wrestling out of Austin. They've wrestled as a tag team in Japanese wrestling over in Stardom, a premier women's promotion known across the world. And of course, Thunder Rosa, one of the stars of Lucha Underground.
As Cobra Moon, I believe.
Yes, she is Cobra Moon. I didn't say the name because I don't know if we're going to get sued. They very much protect their copyrights. But since you've broken the seal, we'll go ahead and run with it. Meanwhile, Holidead dancing away. Baby D, she's had enough. Swings over top. Baby D catches it from behind into a headlock.
The look of social discomfort on the face of Holidead is rather appalling. I think we're going to end up with another hashtag #MeToo after this match.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of trouble brewing here.
Oh!
Takes her down. And it's all Baby D and the girls thus far. Shimmy and shaking. And here comes a hip lift. Back elbow, followed by a second one. Plants Holidead. Baby D coming off of it, misses the leg drop. Holidead capitalizing, kick landed.
Boot to the side of the head, dazing Baby D.
Can she get her up? She says no. Maybe this time? Probably not.
Of bored perplexity on the face of Baby D.
Baby D says, but I can lift you.
How to do it.
Yeah. You want something done right, do it yourself.
Oh.
And this time does land the leg drop. And not enough, not as of yet. And all Thunder Rosa can do is watch on from the corner. Makes the tag. Uh-oh. And Fun and Sexy working together. Here comes Fun, bouncing off Sexy. Elbow, plants Holidead, cover. Nothing Thunder Rosa can do. Oh, and she kicked out on her own, but Thunder Rosa there just in case. And now Baby D pursuing Thunder Rosa again. Fun and Sexy whipping the Twisted Sisters both to the outside.
Both of them presence of mind to slide out. And it does look as if perhaps our referee has lost all control.
I think that Fun and Sexy's losing all their control as well. Look at them shimmying and shaking. Oh, shimmy and shook their way right off that ring apron, courtesy of the Twisted Sisters, who are sexy and they know it. Holidead. Holidead's really the X factor of all of this. Her antics are just, they are just that. I can't even put it into words. All right, Twisted Sisters, perhaps the opening they've been looking for.
Sabotage tag team titles on the line as Holidead climbs into the ring to wage war on Phoebe.
Lands the leg drop now. Holidead to get those titles back. No. No. Holidead's got Phoebe. Puts her across that rope. Gut-wrenching is this maneuver. Thunder Rosa makes the tag. Head of steam.
Oh.
Drop kick to the back. The Twisted Sisters in the last couple minutes coming to life. Not yet. Those titles close to returning home to titles they claim they never really lost. Nice slam. And now Thunder Rosa tagging Holidead back in. Tandem move coming. catches her, winds her up.
Oh.
And the impact of that move, you can see Phoebe, she's hurt. She's down, but she's not done. Holiday taking out Baby D. Phoebe pulling herself back into this one now. What's she looking for? Ducks underneath. Plants her.
Monkey flip sending Holly Dead to the other side of the ring as Phoebe tries to make the tag.
They
Looks
try
like
to
she
cut her
got
off.
it successfully.
The referee clearing it. Holiday dragging Phoebe out.
Again, it's all pandemonium. Our referee has lost control of the Twisted Sisters.
The Twisted Sisters, I think, have lost all control of themselves. They are down to brass tacks, if you will. Holiday just slapping away on Phoebe, right to the chest. And Holiday picking Phoebe back up to place her on her feet. Sends her to the corner now. Phoebe catches that bottom rope, climbs to the second, and lands a DDT.
Diving tornado DDT, driving the head of Holly Dead into the mat as both women look to have expended all the energy that they had in this confrontation as our referee almost halfway to that 10 count.
Both competitors looking to make a tag to their partners. Who's gonna get there first? Baby D tagged in. Thunder Rosa charging. Baby D catches her. Catches Holiday as well. Thunder Rosa one more time. Holiday eating a back elbow. And Thunder Rosa misses a swing and a miss. And it's all Baby D now.
Baby D planting Thunder Rosa
and
in
you
a
know what's
trio
coming
roll.
now.
Boom! Oh!
And a bottom rope drop kick. And Holiday sucking wind. Baby D covered Thunder Rosa. Roll up. No, Holiday just got out of there.
Just in the nick of time.
Man, she was just laying so heavily on those ropes. You could tell Holiday has almost had enough. That was all digging down to get there in the nick of time. The Twisted Sisters clubbing away. And Holiday going over to grab Phoebe now. Twisted Sisters. Phoebe rolls outside. Rosa catches her. Holiday, big boot. Cover Rosa. 2. Phoebe just making the save now.
And the look of shock on the face of Thunder Rosa as Holly Dead clubbing Phoebe to render her incapacitated, switching over to Baby D. Whip.
Double reversal.
Reverse. Oh!
Both taking out the legs. Both applying cross faces. Twisted Sisters tried to tap out, Fun and Sexy. Baby D fighting out. Phoebe fighting for her life. And now double fire woman's carry, I guess, if you will. Plants
Maybe
both of them.
Persons?
Fire persons might be more politically correct. I like that.
That would be more politically correct.
All right, it'd be less Me Too there. Sounds
Sexist
good.
pig.
All right. And now Phoebe for the win. No. You can tell all 4 competitors giving it everything they have. Dishing out and withstanding a lot of punishment. Uh-oh. Might not end well for Baby D. Thunder Rosa just jumped off of that second rope. What she got planned, even she may not know.
Thunder Rosa diving to the outside.
Cross body on Baby D. Spinebuster, Holiday. The Twisted Sisters are very, very close to getting those tag titles back where they believe they belonged originally.
1 minute left in the match. 1 minute left in the match.
And things are getting down to the nitty and the gritty. Less than a minute remains. Baby D handing out spankings, looking to hand out a double powerbomb joint suplex. Every woman is down. We gotta be at about a half a minute now. Baby D, she may have the best chance of making the cover now. Holiday, Phoebe, rolling to the outside. We're down in the last few seconds here. Baby D, Holiday. I mistakenly a second ago said Thunder Rosa. Baby D, Holiday, back and forth. Fired person's carry, almost. Nigel, 9, 8,
7, 6.
Last second, face buster, double stop,
2,
cover.
1.
Bones against the count. No, we've ran out of time. That means tag titles retained, fun and sexy.
You guys want 5 more minutes? 5 more minutes? Give them 5 more minutes. Ring that bell.
And you
5
heard it
minutes
there.
resumed, and immediately Twisted Sisters raining blows about the head and shoulders of Fun and Sexy.
I don't know if they're gonna need all 5 of those minutes if they keep up this pace.
All 4 women on the outside.
The Twisted Sisters, the aggressors thus far. Phoebe into the first row.
Wouldn't it be irony if after insisting on 5 more minutes, both women or both teams end up counted out?
Yes, that would be quite ironic indeed. Baby D in control at the moment. Thunder Rosa, poor Phoebe.
And there we go, the referee calls it, calling for the bell. Ref had to go to the back to find the timekeeper. Timekeeper not paying attention, soon to be under the wrath of Twisted Sisters.
A lot of wrath handed out there. You saw a moment ago, they almost went after the referee. Coming out to break up this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a result of a double countout, this match has been ruled a no contest.
So as I mentioned, that means the tag titles revert back to their original holders. Fun and Sexy.
Is it revert back or do they just retain?
Well, that doesn't sound as fancy. Let the play-by-play do the play-by-play.
Well, the color man's job is to make the play-by-play man look like a twit.
Well, thank you. Then you're very effective at your job.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
World-class manager and helping the play-by-play be a twit. Nigel Rabbit, he's here all night, thankfully, might I add.
Look of frustration on the face of Holly Dead as Baby D limping to the back. Lots of frantic action around here at VIP Wrestling. Never a dull moment. That's why that we insist our fans stand up so much. You shut up. Oh, he can't hear me, can he?
All right, who's ready for your main event? So that was like 2 amazing matches in a row. Thank you guys for standing. Thank you guys for standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event. It is for the VIP Championship. It is scheduled for 1 fall. There are no time limits. We will go until this match has a winner. VIP members. Introducing first the challenger in the corner to my right from Gun Barrel City, Texas, weighing in at 183 pounds, 50 caliber, Barrett Brown. And in the corner to my left, here's your current reigning and defending VIP champion, From Plano, Virginia, but now residing in Austin, Texas, weighing in at 210 pounds, ACH!
Nigel, ever since this matchup was announced, I have been looking forward. On a card as stacked as what we've seen tonight, match after match has stolen the show. This is what many are billing as a dream match for this promotion.
Not just as a dream match, but let's be completely and totally honest. This is going to be a trial by fire.
With some authority.
With some authority indeed. ACH, months ago, dethroned recent WWE signing, Limitless Keith Lee, and has held that title proudly now for a matter of months. Barrett Brown, deserving a shot, perhaps the underdog, and ironically against someone who has ever throughout his career been known as an underdog in his own right, ACH.
Barrett Brown, when I say I have watched this young man since the first time he stepped foot into a professional wrestling ring, I am not exaggerating. This young man I have watched grow over the course of the past almost decade, and he has done nothing but get better every single time he steps into a ring. Recently returned from a New Japan Pro Wrestling dojo.
He was in that camp with Shibata in them. Yes, go ahead.
Absolutely, and the young man has learned everywhere he has gone. There is not a thing that Barrett Brown has not or will not absorb to grow in this business. The important question is, has he learned enough to outpace and outwork a tremendous competitor in this Go-Go ACH character?
And ACH looking to answer that, locks in on that arm now. Of course, ACH, you talk about the New Japan Pro Training Camp out in LA. This is a guy who's made it in New Japan and made it all around the world, including that is how he overcame the Limitless one. Pushed him to his limits, came out the victor, championship. ACH going ahead right now in control. Barrett Brown hoping to escape now. And now he cranks in on that arm of ACH. 50 caliber.
Barrett Brown talking a little bit of smack right back at ACH. ACH, well known for
smack talk and
I was actually
else.
going to say over-exercising his gums, but smack talk, I suppose, would be
the more Americanized slang term, but I understand what you're saying, Nigel, for sure. Meanwhile, both competitors trading on that elbow.
ACH allowing frustration to get the better of him.
With authority.
And maybe with authority, but the other thing to pay attention to is if the champion is going to allow himself to be as easily frustrated by someone like Barrett Brown.
And
that
here we go.
May be the end of everything already.
I was kind of wondering, near pinfall there. And he faked him out. He thought he was going to have to sweep over him, and he didn't. I would say two competitors, a lot of arm locks and exercise on the mat very early on from two guys that are known to be high flyers and heads of steam. Very surprising. But they're just getting started, I believe.
I would imagine both men trying to hold in reserve everything that they've got.
Understandable.
Go to the basics, use basic techniques to wear down your opponent. ACH wrenching in that headlock.
Cutting off the airflow of 150 caliber Barrett Brown. And now trying to club his way out to that midsection. Sends ACH to the ropes. Hits him with that shoulder. Barely a 1 there. Sweeps the leg. And here's some of that head of steam I was talking about. Both competitors just get fired up. Quick pin attempt there. And we are at a stalemate.
ACH had missed a kick just a moment ago. That's what led to that almost standing crossbody that
Barrett Brown extending that hand. Again, he tried it right before the bell rang. ACH wanted no part of it. Will he partake this second time?
Barrett Brown practically demanding ACH show him some respect.
And he shook the hand, but not before he delivered a cheap shot. That's ACH in a nutshell. Meanwhile, putting 50 caliber and delivering some shells of his own. Very nice by ACH. Gonna put him to that opposite turnbuckle now. Barrett Brown up and over with the gymnastics. Leapfrog. Matches the leapfrog. Takes out that leg. Double stop to the back. Very nice.
Oh!
ACH coming alive for a 2. No.
Drop kick that almost spun Barrett Brown around 360 degrees. And ACH a little frustrated at the fact that his moments of frantic action did not result in that pinfall.
We've seen some big matchups thus far tonight, but this just feels special, doesn't it, Nigel? Just the feel of how big this match is. Again, what many bill as a dream match. What a main event we have. Only here at VIP Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Barrett Brown nursing that hand after ACH.
This crowd
really stomped on it.
Almost evenly split behind these two amazing performers. ACH back in control. He's gonna stomp that hand. And he could break a knuckle or something like that. You could tell he's hurt.
Brachiotarsal, a metatarsal, you never know.
All the technical physiological terms, indeed. Ring announcer Keith Roberts, always with the jokes. ACH not joking about that. Nothing funny there to one Barrett Brown. And puts him into the turnbuckle now.
Barrett Brown definitely looking like worse for wear already in this competition. ACH supremely confident. One might even go so far as to say arrogantly confident.
Well, you have to be. Again, I mean, he dethroned the limitless Keith Lee to win that title. More people than not did not give him a shot to win that. It was confidence that kept him in such a hell of a fight. And he needs that confidence. He's relied on it his whole career. And Barrett Brown, maybe not to the sense of the ego that ACH has, but he has that same confidence. It's just a little bit more quiet. But notwithstanding, it still exists within him as well. ACH still in control. Barrett just standing up. See, there's that quiet confidence. He's not backing down.
Certainly not Barrett backing down. But
might get knocked down, but not backing down.
Notice the demeanor of the champion. This is not somebody who has the confidence that you say he has.
Arm drag, follow up with a drop kick. Barrett Brown, perhaps this is the spot that he comes alive. Perhaps sensing an opening now. Oh, and a wicked hard chop.
returning back to ACH everything he's being given. Reversal. Barrett locks in, front face lock. And look how he not only wrenches it,
and you could tell that he knew he was in trouble there. Sends him to the ropes, catches him. What a clothesline by ACH. And people forget, of course, maybe diminutive in his stature are both competitors, both known for their quickness and their speed. However, ACH, very strong. We've seen those clotheslines early on now.
Barrett Brown being forced to look at the camera person ringside, posing for pictures while ACH continues to hammer on that hand and stomp on it.
Puts Brown to the outside. ACH in pursuit. He will do anything and everything to keep that VIP heavyweight title. And he's going to have fun doing it up until Barrett Brown gives him one of his own.
Oh! Elbow rocking the jaw of Barrett Brown, thrust into the guardrail.
Those guardrails seeing a lot of action here this evening. And that is not good news if you are Barrett Brown or a Barrett Brown supporter. ACH. Another heavy club to the back.
Barrett Brown really on the worst end of the receiving in this match.
It has been mostly ACH to this point. That much is true. Scoop slam on that unforgiving outside floor. ACH saying, go ahead and check on him. I'm going to take this second to catch a breather. Smarter, not harder. ACH, everybody.
ACH taking just about every single cheap avenue he can to
Barrett Brown going to get back inside and nearly get kicked back to the outside, and finally does.
Just forced right outside. ACH looks like the way he wants to win this is through a count out.
Yep, count out. Title still stays with ACH.
Absolutely,
why not?
But at the end of the day,
why not?
Is that really a champion's way of winning?
I'm surprised that you would say that, Nigel. I totally thought you were going to go the opposite. Every time I think I got you figured out, you go the opposite way on me. And that's what I like about you, kid. You got a future in this business. Meanwhile, Barrett Brown, a future of his own, looking to become World Heavyweight Championship right here, VIP Wrestling, trying to dethrone ACH just like he did Keith Lee only months ago. Can he do it? Will this be his night? Or will the veteran provide too much? Shimmying, shaking. He likes his salsa, he likes his merengue. Does he like a win here? Almost. The look on ACH's face worth 1,000 words. Now cranking in on that chin. And Barrett needs to get to that bottom rope.
Definitely he does, but the way the champion has this wrenched in.
And again, stomping those fingers. A signature of ACH thus far.
If it wasn't for the fact that I've seen some actual wrestling moves from ACH at this point, I would swear that's all he knows to do.
He likes the slaps too. He's a big fan of those.
Barrett Brown,
some dance
frustration
moves.
Easily apparent on the face of the challenger.
Yeah, I guess why should he change it up? Everything's been very effective thus far. Again, mostly in the driver's seat.
Barrett Brown trying to fire back. Kick to the gut of ACH, but received a right cross for his trouble. ACH with a whip to the turnbuckle.
And here comes the ACH train, taking off. Barrett Brown just gets out of those tracks. Back elbow. Neutralizes ACH. Points him down. Kick to the midsection. And foot to the face for one good measure.
Now, I've watched Barrett Brown for many a year.
Sure.
He is usually the smaller man in the match, even in this matchup against ACH. And he has persevered. Oh, he's persevered more times than not.
He won't
being the
persevere.
Smaller man.
I don't know that he's going to persevere much longer if he takes another chop. Look at that, almost blood coming out of his chest there.
Ooh, ACH running in, catching a boot. Angered by it, follows up with a short clothesline.
And stalks him out of the other side. Barrett Brown returning, drop kick. Oh man, he got all of it. Pin, 3, no.
Barrett Brown so closely.
He was a hair away from the VIP title.
And this is where I feel that ACH's bravado, his arrogance, if it were, is going to play out against him. Barrett Brown has now embarrassed him and gotten these fans. Ooh.
Blocks it with a slide. Very tactful. Look to put him in the fire. Flying knee. Oh, that might have rocked ACH. Puts him down. 2. No.
So very close.
What a thread that he strung together with moves. And it looked like he was just about to steal one from him. ACH kind of in shock.
Absolutely, Barrett Brown, he had counted him out. ACH didn't think the contender had anything left.
We talk about confidence, always displayed openly by ACH. I say quiet confidence on display by Barrett Brown. You can see the look on his face. The longer this goes with that string of moves, he barely got out of here without winning that title a second ago. Is this maybe where he becomes more confident the longer this match goes?
Having seen Barrett Brown a number of times in, oh!
Cut him right off though.
My goodness. Barrett Brown going for looked like a double kick to ACH. ACH brought the boot up, and his reach was what ultimately made the difference. Catching Barrett Brown in the face and almost folding him in half on the canvas.
One arm. Looked like he was going to set him up for a German suplex there. Trying again. Barrett Brown wisely holding on to those top ropes for dear life. Here comes Brown. Catches him. Oh. Backbreaker. German suplex. Bridge. Pin. No. Brown narrowly getting those shoulders up.
Very interesting series of offense from ACH. A lot of it has been wear down. A lot of it has been very dismissive of the challenger. But every once in a while, we'll get this very brief flurry of explosive action.
That is Barrett Brown. 50 caliber is his persona for a reason. He can go off just like that. But right now, it is all ACH. What does he have in store for the diminutive Brown? A knee to the top of the head from Brown. Just keeping him alive. ACH just got his hands. The block going outside on that top rope. So quick are both these competitors.
Barrett had him scouted.
Knee. Cover. He got him. No. The angle that he had him with had his legs pinned underneath the rest of his torso.
Very unique.
I thought that might have been enough for Brown to go ahead and seal the win. Brown in shock as to the moment.
Barrett Brown had ACH scouted from that springboard slingshot over the top rope.
All words used to constantly describe the arsenal of one Barrett Brown. ACH trying to cover that leg to keep him from getting that top rope, because that's where Barrett Brown feels most at home.
Barrett Brown definitely known for high flying.
As is ACH, but right now, oh! Brown perched, waiting. He sees him. He's got his sights locked in.
Oh.
Cross body. Oh, no. ACH rolls through.
The look of shock and surprise on Barrett Brown's
And
face.
fireman's
Oh.
DVD. Death Valley Driver for the win. No. ACH so frustrated. He's been so good tonight, but not quite good enough to finish off 50 caliber. And now Brown having some trouble getting back to his feet.
ACH has really worn out the challenger.
Brown really banged up now. And ACH wisely staying on, stalking his prone opponent. And a kick to the back of the head.
I think perhaps ACH is starting to realize that he did not give Barrett Brown the kind of consideration he should have.
And in the last few minutes, I think you're right. I think he realizes he should have. It might be too much, and it might be too late.
Oh. Suicide dive by Brown onto ACH. Goes to the well again and twice.
So nice, yeah. He landed it twice. And now Brown back to life, back in control, and back in the ring.
Adrenaline and endorphins pumping through the body of Barrett Brown. Oh! Pele kick caught Barrett Brown as he was ascending to the top rope.
And narrowly escaping. Brown, I almost don't believe what I just saw. ACH with that maneuver off of his chest with that kick, and then Brown being able to kick out.
ACH had spent his entire match underestimating his opponent, and now I believe the champion's confidence may be a bit shaken. He does not look like he's together.
Yeah, he looks like a man who's frustrated, who's worried about leaving here with his VIP heavyweight title tonight. Barrett Brown down but not out, not as of yet.
Once again returning to humiliation tactics. Calling out to Barrett Brown to do something.
And again,
suplex.
That knee got him out of this a little while ago, hammering him down like a nail. Oh no, ACH getting his second win. And again, Brown hammering down the nail.
Barrett Brown will not go gently into this good night. ACH is really going to have to. Oh, look at that reversal.
And he caught him out of it, yes.
Beautiful.
For the win, for the title. No. And Brown sensing that he could finish this up. He could. Dot the I's, cross the T's.
Beautiful swanton bomb by Barrett Brown. Goes for the pin.
No. No.
Barrett Brown had walked into this match with a sense of gravity that the champion was due. ACH walked into this match dismissive of his challenger, and he is paying for it every single moment that this match goes longer.
I told you, I think every moment that goes by, ACH loses a little bit of that bravado that he lives by, and I think that quiet confidence begins to build even more in the challenger. That is Barrett Brown. Now Barrett, this crowd getting behind him. Barrett, here he comes.
Ooh.
Clothesline cannot put ACH down. That chop rocks Barrett just a little bit. And still can't land that clothesline. And nearly took him out of his boots, did ACH. And gonna follow it up. And just as Barrett Brown got back into this one, Now it would appear that the end may be near. Brown might have given his best already.
As I've said before, Barrett Brown has lived his life in professional wrestling as the underdog.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Vicious clothesline.
Blocks the moves. Clothesline. Win. No. Man, just, he took all that he had to give there and just blocked it all. All energy, all heart.
Look at the welts on the chest of the challenger. Calling for the top rope to the fans.
Can he dig down? Does he have enough left? This is for Barrett Brown's dream. He's wanted this for so long. He's worked for it. He's earned it. Blood, sweat, paid the price.
Oh.
No! ACH was waiting for him.
Look at
no!
that.
Yes! Yes! No! Oh my God.
Barrett with the knee to the face.
So close.
Super kick.
First I thought Barrett had him, and then ACH had him, and then Barrett had him. Now I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Oh!
Plants him. ACH for the win. Congratulations. A great champion. A great match we just saw.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match and still VIP champion, ACH. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for ACH and Barrett Brown.
To get a good look at this picture right now. Because 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I was sharing the ring with guys that traveled all over the world. And all they did was make me better. AJ Styles, Chris Hero, Akira Tozawa. I've been in the ring, some of the best in the world. And I have the ticket to go anywhere I want. But I choose not to go because I want to give you those moments that they gave me. Because when I'm gone, this is your state. There's been no young guy in the last 10 years that has put in more work than you. You make me feel old because I met you when you were 14. I'm 30 now. What are you, like, 19? 18 and a half. Yeah, whatever, yeah, right? Can you drink? You work really hard. You work very hard. You guys are the worst. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Tuesday I take off 7:30 in the morning to go be a part of one of the best junior tournaments in the world. And if I could, I swear to God, if I could, I would let you take my place. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you deserve it. You deserve it more than anyone in this state. You don't post on social media to annoy me. You stay quiet. You work hard in silence. And every time you step in this ring, you make the most noise when it's important. And that's all that matters. It's funny because you call yourself the Prince of Texas. I call myself the King of Texas just to be a joke, but I mean, forget it. I guess we could be King and Prince. I'm sorry, Mama Brown. Sorry, Mr. Brown. What up, girl? And on that note, thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Congratulations, champ. Now, I don't know if it was Barrett Brown or ACH, but it really doesn't matter at this point. Because either way it goes, this has stopped being a celebration, and this has become a bad news, worse news scenario. The bad news. Since Keith Lee decided to sign his life away before he got into the ring with me, VIP Wrestling has presented me a different opportunity. You see, I've agreed to relinquish these tag titles, my tag titles, under two conditions. The first of which is on July 6th, when VIP crowns new tag team champions. I get to pick the #1 contenders. And the second, this is where the worst news comes in. The new #1 contender for that VIP title is the teeth-smashing, jaw-cracking kid from the east side of Cleveland, Ohio, Shane Taylor. Now, like I said, Barrett Brown, ACH, it doesn't matter. I want either of you to enjoy your next few months as the king of VIP. Because on July 6th, Shane Taylor is coming for the throne.
Well, yeah, you got your phone? You got your phone? Does anybody have their phone? Does anybody follow Shane Taylor on Instagram or anything? Can you guys all pull out your phone and record a message for him? Can you guys want to all record a message for him? Can we do that right now? Do we? Yeah, we'll send it to him. We'll send it to him. There's an Amber Alert. He's not a child. I didn't kidnap him. Come on. Come on. You got your phone out? Okay. Okay, guys. We gotta keep it PG? Okay, okay. I want to send a personal shout out to Shane Taylor. On the count of 3, everybody please say, kiss ACH's ass. 1, 2, 3. Kiss ACH's ass. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a night of wrestling we have been seeing here. It Don't Call It a Comeback. We saw Gino and Ray Orris in a spectacular match. Gregory James and Mecha Wolf in maybe the greatest match VIP Wrestling has ever had. And then ACH narrowly escaping the challenger of Barrett Brown to escape with this World Heavyweight title.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
thank you so much. I have been Ricky Hustle. This has been Nigel Rabbit. We'll see you next time.
For the VIP Tag Team Championships, we have 2 teams announced. Extra talented, Ricky Starks and Aaron Solo. And then we have the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Phoenix. Stay tuned to our social media. We're going to see who the other two teams are. But if you don't have your tickets, you can get them from Andrea over at the door. She's waving right now. Get your tickets now before we had a packed house tonight. If you want to be up front, get your tickets. We got that. Congratulations to ACH. Congratulations to Barrett Brown. That was a hell of a fight. You guys have a great night. Thank you for coming out. We're not calling it a comeback, but we'll be back. All right? Thank you, everyone. Drive safe.